The Mantoloking Yacht Club has a very peculiar history.
We didn't start as a yacht club. We started as the Mantoloking Golf Club. And they played golf between the Herbert Street and a little bit south. The greens were clay, and they played with a red ball so they could find it in the sand. And it wasn't until about 5 to 10 years later that it became the Mantoloking Golf and Yacht Club. And it wasn't until another few years when we finally became the Mantoloking Yacht Club.
And somewhere along the line, someone decided to add tennis courts.
We were members of the yacht club and we played tennis. We had a big period of tennis playing. There was one thing about the yacht club, one generalization that I made, which is there are either tennis people or sailing people. There are some few who can do both.
I was either swimming, tennis, or sailing.
When I was a kid, though, there were tennis players and sailors. You didn't do both. If you were a sailor and you played tennis, you know.
There was definitely a divide between the sailors and the tennis people. You know, some people played tennis, some people sailed. And very few crossed over for some reason.
There was one family that did cross over, the Comets. Al Comet was an avid tennis player. He wasn't just on the tennis committee, he was the tennis committee. While most people spent their day sailing, Al meticulously manicured the tennis courts, sweeping, dusting off the clay on the lines, and checking net tensions. But there were some that didn't share his passion for the sport. His son Peter explains.
I almost didn't learn how to sail. My sailing career might have never gotten started because of the O'Malley family. What happened was old man O'Malley and his sailing buddies were drinking on their porch and watching my father get the courts ready for the first Mantoloking doubles championship. And they're watching him during the cocktail hour. And one thing leads to another after a few drinks. And out Mantoloking Road, at some point back then, there was a guy who sold chickens. And so they went out, they bought a bunch of chickens and let them loose on the tennis court. My father showed up in the morning.
Are you kidding me?
He was so mad.
I'm so mad!
He was fuming.
I'm fuming!
And they ruined the grooming of the courts, which was really, it was quite funny, but it wasn't funny for the guy who was responsible for having the courts in perfect condition. I think it turned out to be Mr. O'Malley Sr., but I couldn't prove that, and I'm not sure about it.
That doesn't sound accurate.
Okay.
My father, he was fuming, absolutely fuming. Quit the club, quit the club. That's it, Nicky. We're moving on, this is it. But then the mothers heard about it. The wives heard about it. They forced their husbands to go over and apologize to my father. I'm sorry, that's okay. You know, guy after guy after guy. There was a whole bunch of them in on this.
After all of the apologies, the courts were cleaned, and the next day the same cast of characters raced against each other in bullseyes. And as the story goes, Al Comet beat Mr. O'Malley for the very first time. Most likely because Mr. Comet tied a bucket onto Mr. O'Malley's rudder.